Hi, guys. I'm Alicia Gordon, one of the EMS tech facilitators. Today, we're going to be talking about student collaboration in Padlet. It's one of those tools that we've been having for a long time, but we may have forgotten about how useful it can be in quick discussions, quick grades, and things of that sort. So, I want to remind you a little bit about what Padlet is capable of. So today we're going to talk about how to create a Padlet, features of Padlet, and how you can use Padlet for collaboration in your classroom, especially as we get towards the end of the year when it gets difficult for students to stay on task. So just integrating a little bit more technology can go a long way. So first we are going to go to padlet.com. And when you log in, you can log in with Google. This is what the free version looks like. You get 8 Padlets for the free version. And that's enough. You can add, you can delete, you can create new Padlets up to you reach up until that eight marker. You can also join Padlets. So if you give your students a Padlet link, they can go to padlet.com to join or click directly on the link. And I'm going to show you how they can click directly on the link. So when you click make a Padlet, there are multiple Padlet options. You want to choose ones that are compatible with collaboration. Ones that I've used that are compatible with collaboration are grid, stream, shelf, and back channel. Those are the ones that are most collaborative when it comes to collaboration with your students. They allow students to communicate, but there are also other features that I'm going to show you about that allow your students to collaborate even more. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about Shelf. So when you create a Padlet, you can change the title of your Padlet, change the description, so whatever assignment you're doing. You can even add an icon to your Padlet. So this unique address, I uploaded it directly to Canvas. So you can copy this link and I gave students an assignment with just that URL. So I can go to external URL, type that in, give it a name, and add it to a module. So it's easy to add to Canvas. It's easy to integrate with the technology that you're already using. That's just one way you can do it. Okay, so after you do that, you can change the appearance. You can change the wallpaper. It can be solid colored. It can be textured. You can change it. You can even add your own wallpaper from images on your computer. You can also change the font that students are going to be writing in here on Padlet. And I always have an attribution. So it'll display a name. If you have students log in, it will display their names on their Padlet. So you don't have to worry about who posted what. Just have them log in and their names will pop up. And another way you can help students collaborate is right here. You can have students be able to comment on people's posts. So I have used comments on posts before, and it worked really well. You can also have students like, star, or grade other posts. You can have them give thumbs up, thumbs down. The thumbs up, thumbs down is one that my students really took advantage of. I think that that's one that you may want to be careful with. But being able to like and being able to like post, that is a really beneficial one. Being able to like post. You can have students like post that for the best summary or like the correct answer of a Padlet or something like that. After you do that, you can also require approval for students to post. So you get to approve post and you can filter profanity. So Padlet filters profanity for you, which is beneficial when you're not requiring approval for those posts. So after you do that, after you make the Padlet what you want, you click next and your Padlet is set to go. So I'm going to show you a Padlet that I use today. And when you delete Padlets, it makes you put these codes in. So it's trying to make sure that it's something that you know you want to do. So I used Shelf, one of the Padlet options called Shelf. So students were able to write in. For some reason, it's not, their comments aren't here, but students were able to write in on here, and I had them vote for who made the best post. So say you were working on summary, you can change this to somebody, right? Like who was the somebody in the story? What did they want? What was the conflict, different things like that. So doing column allows you to do that. This is a great way for students to collaborate in your classroom. I've noticed that students really enjoy Padlet because it gives them a little bit more ownership. And not only can they write a response, but they can see what other students are saying. So for your ELs who may be struggling with language, they can see what other students are saying, and they can also work with other students on this. I do group work through Padlet where each person has to post a different part, so you can grade students individually on group work. It has so many different features in Padlet. And again, once you create that Padlet, you can always go back to it to grade it. You can always go back to it. And here, a button here, it allows you to share it. So my privacy is secret. So this Padlet is hidden from the public. But you can make it members only. You can make it public. You can make students have to put in a password. So say you're teaching a Spanish class, maybe their word is a response to a Spanish question. They have to know that to get in, or maybe they have to put the correct answer into something to get into the Padlet. And you can change what viewers are able to do, write, edit, read, different things like that. And settings. So say you finished your Padlet, but hey, you're like, oh, I want to add new features. Maybe I want students to like this. You can go, you can save that feature, and now your Padlet is updated. It's happening in real time. So you can do that. You can love your Padlet, make it a favorite, and you can also remake your Padlet. If it's something you really enjoy, you have an opportunity to remake it, to copy and decide what you want to copy in that Padlet. So again, I've used Padlet many different ways. I've used it every year. It's something that students are comfortable with. It's something that they've used before. So I can click on here, and it was just the top 5 places you want to go. Students had to say the top 5 places they're interested. And as you can see, when they log in, their names pop up. And if they're not logged in, you'll know because it'll say anonymous. And they know that anonymous is the equivalent of no name. So that's something that you can think about. And this was a easy post for students, something that they can use. And I really loved it. I really enjoyed using Padlet with my students. And this is when we went out for COVID. It became a source that I used to allow students an opportunity to communicate. So today we learned how to create a Padlet, some features of Padlet, and how you can use Padlet for collaboration in your classroom. Here are a few pictures of Padlet. If you have any questions, or if Padlet is something you want to use that you may not be comfortable with, feel free to email either me at this email or Mr. Sumner here to help you out, or stop by my classroom, room 204, for further information. Bye.